"Mom, can I bum a smoke?" Those were Carly Gregg's last words to her mother. The response? A resounding no. The consequence? Murder. But was nicotine addiction really to blame? Or was something far more insidious at play? What would drive a 15-year-old girl to murder her own mother? The easy answer might be for cigarettes, but the truth behind Carly Gregg's case is far more sinister. Jake knows everything. These words, scrawled in blood, were the only clue left behind in Carly Gregg's brutal matricide. But who is Jake, and what does he know? Get ready to unravel a mystery that goes far beyond a simple case of teen rebellion gone wrong. In this town, everyone's guilty of something. On the surface, Carly Gregg appeared to be just another face in the crowded hallways of Millbrook High. With her long blonde hair and trendy outfits, she blended seamlessly into the tapestry of teenage life. Her Instagram feed painted a picture of normalcy, selfies with friends, photos of her beloved cat, and the occasional inspirational quote. But beneath this carefully curated facade, a storm was brewing. The first cracks in Carly's perfect image began to appear in subtle ways. Her once stellar grades started to slip, prompting concerned emails from teachers. Mood swings became more frequent, with Carly alternating between periods of manic energy and crushing lows. Her mother, Ashley, initially chalked it up to typical teenage hormones. But when Carly began disappearing for hours without explanation, Ashley's worry deepened. It was during one of these unexplained absences that Carly first encountered Jake Donovan. 3 years her senior, Jake exuded an air of danger and excitement that drew Carly in like a moth to flame. With his leather jacket and motorcycle, he represented everything her sheltered suburban life lacked. Jake's charm was magnetic, his smile infectious, and his influence on Carly immediate and profound. Experts in adolescent psychology note that teenagers are particularly susceptible to peer influence during this crucial developmental stage. The desire to fit in, coupled with an underdeveloped prefrontal cortex responsible for decision-making, creates a perfect storm for risk-taking behavior. Jake, with his worldly experience and apparent freedom from parental constraints, became Carly's gateway to a thrilling new world. What Carly didn't know, couldn't have known, was that Jake's lifestyle was funded by more than just a part-time job at the local garage. Whispers around town hinted at his connections to a burgeoning drug trade, but concrete evidence remained elusive. For Carly, the allure of the unknown only added to Jake's mystique. It was on a crisp autumn evening, with leaves crunching underfoot and the scent of wood smoke in the air, that Jake offered Carly her first taste of rebellion. The pill seemed innocuous enough, a tiny blue tablet that promised euphoria and escape. As the drug took hold, Carly felt a rush of sensation unlike anything she'd experienced before. Colors became more vivid, music more intense, and all her worries melted away. That night marked the beginning of Carly's descent into a world she was ill-equipped to navigate. As the high faded, leaving her craving more. She had no way of knowing the dark path that lay ahead. The once bright future of Carly Gregg now teetered on a knife's edge, with addiction's greedy fingers reaching out to claim another victim. As the weeks turned into months, Ashley Smiley couldn't shake the gnawing feeling that something was terribly wrong with her daughter. The once vibrant Carly had become a stranger in her own home, her moods swinging wildly between manic energy and sullen withdrawal. Ashley's attempts at conversation were met with eye rolls and slammed doors, leaving her feeling helpless and increasingly desperate. The first major confrontation came when Ashley discovered a wad of cash hidden in Carly's dresser drawer. When questioned, Carly spun an elaborate tale about babysitting for a neighbor, but the lie unraveled quickly. Ashley's heart sank as she realized her daughter was not only keeping secrets, but had become adept at deception. As tensions escalated, the Smiley household became a battleground of accusations and denials. Carly's absences grew longer and more frequent, her excuses flimsier with each passing day. Ashley's pleas for honesty fell on deaf ears, drowned out by the deafening silence of mistrust that now permeated their once close relationship. Experts in family dynamics note that addiction can create a perfect storm of emotional turmoil within a household. As Ashley grappled with feelings of betrayal and anger, she also struggled with an overwhelming sense of guilt. Had she failed as a mother? Could she have prevented this downward spiral? These questions haunted her sleepless nights as she listened for the sound of Carly's return. The pivotal moment arrived on a rain-soaked Tuesday evening. Ashley, driven by a mother's intuition and mounting fear, made the agonizing decision to search Carly's room. As lightning illuminated the cluttered space, Ashley's trembling hands uncovered a small bag of blue pills tucked beneath a loose floorboard. The discovery confirmed her worst fears and shattered any remaining illusions about her daughter's innocence. Armed with undeniable proof, Ashley steeled herself for the confrontation that would change their lives forever. As she clutched the bag of pills, waiting for Carly to return home, she couldn't have known that this moment would be the catalyst for an unthinkable tragedy. The stage was set for a final, fateful encounter between mother and daughter, one that would end in shocking violence and leave a community reeling. March 19th dawned like any other day in Millbrook, but as the sun set, a darkness descended upon the town that would forever alter its landscape. Ashley Smiley, armed with the damning evidence of her daughter's drug use, steeled herself for the confrontation she knew was coming. As Carly stumbled through the front door, eyes glazed and movements erratic, Ashley's resolve hardened. The argument erupted with volcanic force, Carly's desperate denials clashing against Ashley's unwavering determination to save her daughter from herself. Accusations flew like shrapnel, each word tearing deeper into the frayed fabric of their relationship. Ashley's pleas for honesty were met with a torrent of obscenities, Carly's face contorted with a rage that seemed to transcend mere teenage rebellion. In a moment that would haunt Heath Smiley for years to come, Carly's demeanor suddenly shifted. Her eyes, once filled with fury, now held a vacant, almost confused expression. Keith would later testify, "I never seen anybody like that. Even in movies, she was not herself, and I do not believe she even recognized me." This chilling transformation marked the point of no return. As Ashley reached for the phone to call for help, Carly lunged for her stepfather's gun safe. The metallic click of the .357 Magnum being cocked cut through the chaos like a knife. Time seemed to slow as mother and daughter faced each other, the weapon trembling in Carly's hands. Experts note that drug addiction can severely impair impulse control in teenagers, making them more prone to violent outbursts during emotional crises. In Carly's case, this neurological perfect storm collided with a history of unresolved conflicts and the immediate pressure of exposure. The combination proved lethal. The gunshot shattered the night, echoing through the quiet suburban street. Ashley crumpled to the floor, her final words, a heart-wrenching whisper of love and forgiveness. In those last moments, as life ebbed away, she saw not the drug-addled teen before her, but the little girl who once sought comfort in her arms. The aftermath was a blur of flashing lights and hushed whispers. Detective Lisa Morrow arrived on the scene to find a tableau of horror. Ashley's lifeless body, Keith in a state of shock, and Carly, eerily calm, tapping away at her phone. It would later be revealed that she was texting her stepfather from her mother's phone, a chilling act of manipulation that hinted at depths of darkness yet to be uncovered. As Morrow surveyed the crime scene, her experienced, "I caught something others had missed." Scrawled in what appeared to be blood were the words, "Jake knows everything." This cryptic message would prove to be the first thread in unraveling a conspiracy that extended far beyond a family tragedy, revealing the dark underbelly of Millbrook's seemingly idyllic facade. Detective Lisa Morrow stood in the smelly living room, her keen eyes scanning the grisly scene before her. The veteran investigator had seen her fair share of domestic tragedies, but something about this case nagged at her instincts. As she surveyed the blood-spattered walls and the cryptic message scrawled nearby, Morrow knew that this was far more than a simple case of teenage rebellion gone awry. The detective's initial assessment of the crime scene revealed a web of contradictions. While the evidence pointed to Carly Gregg as the shooter, the level of premeditation suggested by her actions seemed at odds with the frenzied nature of the killing. Morrow was particularly troubled by Carly's eerie calm in the aftermath and her calculated attempt to manipulate her stepfather via text message. These weren't the actions of a panicked teenager, but rather those of someone operating under a sinister influence. As Morrow delved deeper into Carly's background, the name Jake kept surfacing. Whispers around town hinted at his involvement in a local drug trafficking ring, but concrete evidence remained frustratingly elusive. The detective's breakthrough came when she uncovered a series of encrypted messages on Carly's phone, revealing a complex network of dealers and users that extended far beyond the town's borders. The investigation took a dark turn as Morrow employed techniques typically reserved for organized crime cases. She set up surveillance operations, conducted undercover buys, and painstakingly mapped out the intricate web of relationships that connected Carly to Jake and the larger criminal enterprise. Each new piece of evidence painted a picture of a town in the grip of a silent epidemic, with corruption reaching into the highest echelons of local government. As the case unfolded, Morrow faced unique challenges in dealing with the minor suspects. She had to navigate the delicate balance between seeking justice for Ashley Smiley and understanding the psychological factors that may have influenced Carly's actions. The detective's interviews with Carly's stepfather, Keith Smiley, revealed a troubled teen who seemed not in her right mind during the shooting, raising questions about her mental state and the extent of Jake's manipulation. The investigation reached its climax when Morrow uncovered evidence implicating several prominent town figures in the drug trafficking ring. The shocking revelation sent shockwaves through the community, exposing the dark underbelly of their seemingly idyllic small town. As arrests were made and the full scope of the conspiracy came to light, Morrow realized that Carly Gregg's tragic story was just one thread in a much larger tapestry of corruption and exploitation. The tragic case of Carly Gregg serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences when addiction and exploitation intertwine in the lives of vulnerable teenagers. As we peel back the layers of this horrific event, we're confronted with the harsh reality of how easily young lives can be derailed by forces beyond their control. The shocking murder of Ashley Smiley at the hands of her own daughter exposes the urgent need for comprehensive community-based solutions to combat teen drug use and improve family dynamics. Experts emphasize the critical importance of open communication and early intervention in families grappling with addiction. School-based prevention programs and family therapy have shown promising results in reducing teen drug use and fostering healthier relationships within households. However, these efforts must be part of a larger, multifaceted approach that includes education, increased access to mental health resources, and strategies to identify and support at-risk youth before they fall prey to manipulative influences like Jake Donovan. As we reflect on this tragedy, we're left with haunting questions about how to better shield our young people from those who would exploit their vulnerabilities. The case of Carly Gregg challenges us to examine the cracks in our societal safety nets and commit to filling them with compassion, understanding, and proactive measures. Only through collective effort and unwavering vigilance can we hope to prevent future tragedies and protect the most vulnerable members of our communities from the insidious reach of addiction and criminality.